DLC number 2 for Black Ops 4 ended up being a little bit different than its predecessor, as it brought to the game a new operation in Grand Heist, 2 new DLC maps in Lockup and Casino, and a handful of other updates to all 3 modes across BO4. But unlike DLC 1, Zombies users actually were not included in this Operation Celebration, as their next DLC experience was in fact withheld from this update, only to be released at a later date. But now this later date seems to have officially been deciphered, and truth be told, it uncovers a lot of information about the next major content update within Black Ops 4. And with that, today we're going to be discussing everything that surfaced regarding the upcoming redacted events. What's up guys, Zach or Immortal here, welcome back to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Today we're jumping back into the world of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to take a look at everything that we know about the upcoming redacted events for both Zombies and Blackout, and what exactly these events can tell us about this month's content schedule. And before we get too deep into this video, let me just say, it looks like the second half of March could be jam-packed with a lot of promising content. Of course, if you guys are new here to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with everything Black Ops 4 related, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll never miss another upload. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be much appreciated, as it does really help out the channel. Now without further ado, let's get into the redacted experience. First off, as far as the whole redacted title goes, obviously that is not the name for either of the events listed as that for right now. It is simply the mysterious teaser put in place to spark a little bit more curiosity about these updates. And thanks to Treyarch's livestream that was held a few days back, we actually know that the Zombies experience that is set to drop later this month is actually going to be called Ancient Evil, and according to Jason Blundell, Ancient Evil is going to be the last part of the Chaos storyline here in Black Ops 4. This to me personally is not huge news, as I'm not really a big Zombies guy, but for those of you who do enjoy the mode and follow the storyline, that is some pretty big information going forwards. Anyways, the news of Ancient Evil's arrival has actually uncovered some pretty important information as far as the content schedule goes for this month across all 3 of Black Ops 4's game modes. On the Operation Grand Heist roadmap that Treyarch provided alongside the launch of Grand Heist, the Black Ops Pass content section of said roadmap details that the redacted Zombies experience, now known as Ancient Evil, will be releasing sometime in March, but that March timeframe is as specific as it gets. However, this same exact Grand Heist roadmap actually has a variation added in for the Xbox promotional material. Thanks to a user over on Reddit, you can actually see that the Xbox version of the Grand Heist roadmap says that the Ancient Evil Zombies experience is coming in April and not March. So why the sudden change between the 2 roadmaps? Well, the answer can actually be found in the exclusivity contract that Sony has with Activision, and more specifically Call of Duty, that allows PlayStation to receive any and all new content exactly 1 week prior to Xbox and PC. And since the PlayStation roadmap for Grand Heist details Ancient Evil coming in March and the Xbox version says it's coming in April, we can now decipher the exact date in which our second Zombies experience in the yearly cycle is going to be launching. And with that, Ancient Evil should be coming to PlayStation 4 on Tuesday, March 26th, and then exactly 1 week later, on April 2nd, it should be launching on Xbox and PC. So the 2 different versions of the Grand Heist roadmap have effectively spilled the beans on at least one major content update for Black Ops 4 happening this month, at least on PlayStation. But there's actually a second content update coming this month, and it's happening even sooner. And that content update lies with the new Shamrock and Awe event. And be forewarned, there is a lot of content breakdown that is about to ensue. If you haven't caught up with everything that we know about the new Shamrock and Awe event coming to BO4 here relatively soon, I did post an everything that we know about it video here on the channel, and that will be linked down in the description below and also at the end of the video on screen if you would like to go and check that out for yourself. That video is going to go a lot more in-depth than what we will today, because Shamrock and Awe is only a simple puzzle piece in the grand scheme of things that we're focusing on here. Anyways, Shamrock and Awe will be a new limited time event coming here in just a few weeks. And if my assumptions and the assumptions of the general community are correct, Shamrock and Awe should be launching sometime between March 12th and March 15th first on PlayStation 4. In the past years, this is exactly when the Shamrock and Awe event has gone live for previous Call of Duty titles, and with that pending 12th through the 15th release date, The event would launch just prior to St. Patrick's Day, which is on Sunday, March 17th, and of course, that is what the whole Shamrock & Awe event is actually based around. With that said, we can only assume Shamrock & Awe is going to introduce a new set of roughly 25 tiers to the black market, similar to the Barbarians event that we had last season. And I would also say it's pretty likely we'll see a new title update, most likely the 1.14 update, accompany the launch of the Shamrock & Awe event. And that definitely opens the door of opportunity for a new update to Blackout, either in the form of the yet-to-be-named Redacted event there, or the new Hardcore mode, maybe even both, who knows. We do know that the new Hardcore mode is currently being playtested by the lads over at Treyarch, as senior game designer Matt Scronce tweeted out earlier this month saying, quote, "Hardcore Blackout playtest was fun this evening, excited to share it with you all soon," end quote. This clearly confirms that the Hardcore Blackout mode is approaching release and should be live within Black Ops 4 relatively soon, at the very latest I'd say probably by the end of the month. But as far as upcoming Blackout content goes, it doesn't stop there. Like I mentioned, we also have our Redacted Blackout experience coming up as well, which once again I have covered more in depth in a previous video here on the channel titled the Blackout Spring Update, which you can also find linked down in the description below alongside the Shamrock & Awe video if you'd like to go and catch up on that. But long story short here, I believe this Redacted Blackout event is going to either A, introduce the Mob of the Dead Alcatraz Island to the Blackout map in the upper left hand corner, B, introduce a Nightfall version of Blackout to the game, or C, both. Both the Alcatraz Island and the Nightfall version of Blackout were teased in the original Grand Heist reveal trailer, so we know both of these things will be coming at some point in the future. And now really the only uncertainty left is when exactly these features will be coming to the game, and also if they'll be coming together or individually. Either way, circling back to the Ancient Evil Zombies experience, presumably releasing on March 26th, that confirms one content update for the last week of March. And with Shamrock & Awe likely releasing right around St. Patrick's Day, that now plots out two separate content updates within 3 weeks, and both of these updates are going to be very significant to the game. And adding on to that, we've also got a multitude of other features on deck waiting to be released as well. For instance, the Barebones mode in multiplayer, new equipment in Blackout, and various other support features for zombies are also all listed in the upcoming updates section of the Grand Heist roadmap, and thus are planned for release later in the operation on top of everything we've already discussed so far. Of course, we still have 50 some odd days left in Operation Grand Heist, and by the time that March concludes and we see the release of the Ancient Evil Zombies map, we'll still have just shy of a month left until Grand Heist wraps up, leaving plenty of time for other updates to come to the game. But as far as March in specific is concerned, it seems like the current content lineup is packed full to the brim. Now, just going off of the essential confirmations we can deduce from what we've talked about so far, we know Shamrock & Awe will be coming about halfway through the month, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. And we also know the Ancient Evil Zombies experience will be coming at the very end of the month. So that's 2 out of 3 weeks guaranteed where we'll be seeing some new content added to the game. And thus, my big question is now, what else is going to be coming alongside these two content drops? If we don't see the 1.14 update introduced to the game with the Shamrock & Awe event, I'd say it's all but confirmed for release alongside the Ancient Evil Zombies launch. And if that's the case, a title update gives way to an even greater chance of seeing the Alcatraz Island location and the Nightfall version of Blackout being added in as well. As just going off of previous instances, Blackout map updates always fall in line with the title updates, whereas the black market content technically is able to be patched in via hotfixes. However, if the Shamrock & Awe event does end up seeing the release of the leaked Mini 14 sniper rifle and the Demolition Hammer melee weapon, that could also require a title update in certain instances. And if that ends up being the case, well, really then who knows? We could even have a scenario where we see 2 title updates go live within 3 weeks, which would be a pretty crazy series of events. Granted, Treyarch did say they had constant updates planned for the entirety of Grand Heist, so really, I'm not counting anything out at this point. Altogether though, the entire month of March is looking to be very hot in terms of content drops, especially the second half as we have 2 guaranteed content updates coming to the game alongside some potential surprises from Treyarch as well. Grand Heist, like I've mentioned, currently has a ton of content waiting on deck, and it's only a matter of time before it's all released to the public. With that being said though, that does effectively wrap things up for today. Of course, if you guys enjoyed the video or if you're just excited for all the new content headed to Black Ops 4 in the near future, feel free to give this video a big old thumbs up and slap that like button, as it is much appreciated. And if you do want to stay up to date with all of the latest Black Ops 4 news and intel, definitely consider subscribing with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll never miss another upload. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.